high-profile corporate executive.
Good morning, Michelle.
My company is a key job creator and economic engine of the region.
Let's start over.
I am a high-profile female corporate executive. Does that add a certain politicized optics to this? I would say that's a tremendous factor. I am crucial. In all humility, I can say that.
So, this is a joke then?
Sorry, that was the best I could do.
No, it isn't.
Okay, let's reset. I am a high-profile female corporate exec.
No.
What you're asking me to do is not quite clear to me.
I know what you are. You should just say it.
What do you really want me to say? I'm an alien.
Just say it, convincingly.
I am an alien.
This is the best you could do. You didn't even say it in your own language.
You know I'm not an alien.
Lies.
Truth. What's the difference?
What if someone finds out about what we're doing?
They're killing our planet. It's up to you and me to stop them.
I am an alien from outer space. I am not a human being. Thanks.
What's going on, guys? It's Mike here, and tonight was the final night of Beyond Fest, and I can honestly tell you that it has been one hell of a ride. Seriously, we've seen some insanely good movies. Some of them are the best of the year, I think, and quite frankly, you know, I just had an amazing time, as I always do every year. We started with Park Chan-wook's No Other Choice. We saw Good Boy, we saw If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, we saw Shelby Oaks, and tonight, for the closing of Beyond Fest, we got to see the latest from Yorgos Lanthimos, Bugonia. For those of you who don't know, I like a lot of Yorgos Lanthimos' stuff. I love The Lobster, I love The Favorite. I gotta be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of Poor Things, and I wasn't really the biggest fan of Kinds of Kindness. But that being said, Bugonia is terrific. I really enjoyed this one, guys. I think it's one of my favorites this year. It is a dark and twisted movie. It's got some incredible characters. It is a treat for both the eyes and for the ears, thanks to a sharp screenplay with great dialogue from Will Tracy, an amazing writer who actually did The Menu, a movie that I love, and also some really great episodes of Succession. And I think that, honestly, that might be where the greatest strength of this movie lies. It's really the perfect blend of a terrific script, amazing visuals and directorial choices, and of course, fantastic performances on behalf of the entire cast. Now, the movie is actually a remake of a Korean language black comedy called Save the Green Planet. And in both movies, two men kidnap the CEO of a major corporation, believing that person to be an alien sent here on Earth to destroy us all. In this case, Emma Stone plays, of course, the CEO, Michelle, and her two captors are Jesse Plemons and Aidan Delbis, who play Teddy and Don, respectively. And I gotta say, the performances across the board are incredible. These characters are also really fascinating, really interesting. And here's the thing. They're not exactly characters that you would root for. They're not exactly characters that anyone should really like. But the way that they're written, the way that they're performed, there is the slightest amount of sympathy that you have for all of them. Every single character in this movie. And it's weird how you actually kind of come to care for them, despite the fact that they all have some pretty horrible qualities, with the exception of Don, Aidan Delbis's character, who is arguably the most innocent and you know, caring of the characters here. Aidan Delbis, I believe, does have autism, and his character is an autistic character as well. And I have to admit, this, I think, is his first movie. He's incredible in this. He's kind of the moral center and the heart of this movie, and the one character in this movie that actually has some semblance of a soul, you know? And I kind of really love that. I suppose it's unfair because you know, you could say Teddy has a soul, Michelle has a soul, you know, but to be honest, it's harder to like them than it is Don, because Don really is a good person that's kind of being influenced by Teddy. But the thing is, you can't really, you know, I mean, with Teddy, he's such a complex character as well because of everything that he's gone through. It's very hard for you to hate him as well, as, you know, sadistic and terrible as this character can be. You know, Jesse Plemons plays him really well here as well, and I have to be honest with you guys, I'm not the biggest Jesse Plemons fan. I know that he's been nominated for, you know, an Oscar, and he's, you know, a lot of people really praise him for his work. He just has not been my favorite actor. I always found him a little one-note, kind of just repeating the Todd character from Breaking Bad in several of his movies. But I thought he was terrific here, and I feel like such a fool for doubting him because, God, you know, it's such a complex performance. He could be incredibly scary one moment. He can actually be quite funny the next moment. He can be caring and tender when it comes to scenes with Dawn. It's actually just a terrific performance on his part. But I'd be remiss if I didn't actually also call out one of the greatest actresses working today, Miss Emma Stone. There's a reason that she's got 2 Oscars, folks. And it's kind of crazy how subtle she plays this role, really fluctuating between the fear of a captive, but also the savvy and the wit of a corporate CEO, really kind of remaining collectively calm about her situation, but behind those eyes, she's terrified. She's in a situation where she's not in control. She doesn't know what's going on. These 2 people are incredibly sick, and you know, she's got to rely on her wits to survive and to escape. But also, there's a part of her that's just so devilishly conniving, too. You know, I mean, the way that we view, you know, rich corporations and CEOs in rich corporations, it's all called into question here, of course. You know, I mean, like, there's a reason that these guys kidnap her. Yes, they think she's an alien, but, you know, what is she doing? And what is her company doing to this planet as well, alien or not, you know? I mean, like, it's one of those things that makes you question, you know, the soulless nature of corporations, the lack of humanity, the greed, the hostility of them, but also because she is the captive in this situation, you still feel sorry for her. That's the thing. This movie is so incredibly complex about how it wants you to reject these people, but also embrace them, to see the sympathetic qualities about them and their situations. And I just love that. It's so layered and it's so different, and it evokes the best of Will Tracy's work from Succession, because let's face it, that's all Succession was a terrific and brilliant show about the world's most terrible people, and by the end of that show, we care about them. We care about them so much. He does that so well, and he does it well here in Bugonia also. There's so many different themes here as well. There's a lot of themes about humanity and environmentalism. There's a lot of themes about corporate greed and the soulless nature of corporations. You know, human cruelty and human sympathy. I think it's all captured on screen so very beautifully, thanks to Tracy's script, but also Yorgos's quirky and offbeat direction. Obviously, he uses a lot of Very familiar director trademarks that we see here. A lot of the walking, the low angle walking shots, indicating different positions of power, different lens flare techniques whenever somebody's getting anxious, or he really captures tension and paranoia in every scene that is delivered regarding the situation between Michelle and her captors. Really a tour de force. I don't, it's so crazy to think that if you've got a script, if you've got a story that walks the line between sci-fi thriller, crime drama, and offbeat black comedy, it's hard to blend these elements together successfully. But if you're going to do it, really the best team to have for this is Yorgos Lanthimos and Will Tracy, because they do all of that in their collective works, and once again they're doing that here. When you have actors like Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, who are incredible at both comedy and drama, it also helps sell the screenplay and the direction that are going on here. It's such a complex movie, but it's so well told and it's so brilliant. And, I had myself laughing and guessing until the very end. Honestly, I was just really surprised and blown away, especially from someone who really kind of disliked Yorgos's last two movies. Bugonia ended up being, and is literally, one of my favorite movies of the year, and my surprise standout favorite film that I've seen at Beyond Fest. And I gotta say, there were some heavy hitters that I saw during this festival. But yeah, man, I mean, Bugonia is just unlike anything I've seen this year. It is so brilliantly done. It's so well written. It's so well directed, so well acted, and there's so much to say in this movie. I can't recommend it enough. I don't necessarily think it'll be for everyone. I mean, Yorgos Lanthimos' stuff has always been a little bit niche because he is such a bizarre director, but it really works brilliantly to the credit of, his direction and this screenplay and this story. It's pitch perfect. This is a match made in heaven between writer, director, actors. The score is quite brilliant. It's a bit bombastic and it's a bit loud, but there's ironically, grandly orchestrated pieces in the middle of like scenes that feel mundane, but they create the tension and they create an offbeat tone for the film, that of course Yorgos Lanthimos is known for. I can't sell this movie enough to you guys. It is incredible. Go see it. You'll be surprised. It's insane. Seriously, won't be disappointed. And maybe potentially anticipate some Oscar buzz, because honestly, I think it's there. I think this has a chance to be nominated for all the major categories. But yeah, check out Bugonia, and thank you guys so much for staying with us on this journey through Beyond Fest. I hope we get to do this again next year. Also, shout out to Kuya P, Patrick Strange. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This was a lot of fun, and yeah, I'll see you guys at the movies.